We're live. It actually told me this time.
Tina
Shout out
playing with my
YouTube.
headset affect or my headphones affecting the audio?
Wait, what's that?
Is Tina playing with my headbuds affecting the audio?
Headbuds?
Oh my
Headbuds?
gosh.
You sound loud and clear to me, dog.
Okay, good. Okay, you're about to get kicked out.
Tina, fourth co-host or fourth host, gonna be kicked off the program. Is she
You're
fired,
fired,
Hotshot?
hotshot. Man, I wish that story
Love
was
that.
new, man.
Oh
Terrifying.
man, that was a great story. If only it was real. But that's okay. Well, we're back, and
Yeah, you're fired, hotshot.
we've only got one more regular season weekend of college football to go. In case you're curious, I mean, the standings are neck and neck right now. Dana's got a two-game lead at the moment over Rob, and I'm only a game back of Rob. I mean, we're right there. Daniel, how does it feel to be in the lead for college football after proclaiming that you knew nothing about college
Dude,
football?
honestly, it's kind of surprising. Not gonna lie, man. It really is.
On the
Is
flip
that more of an
side, how
indictment of how good I've been or how mediocre you and Rob have been in predicting?
that's fair. On the flip side, how does it feel to be 17 games back in the NFL picks?
I don't fucking care, man. I'm watching the future New England Patriots crush every single team every
I'm
Sunday.
back.
Why the hell do I give a fuck about NFL pick'em when I can watch my contending best team in the league? You two care about pick'em because you two have to sit through peon teams, peasant teams. Four and
That's
seven
true.
Bengals,
We
bro.
care
Come
about
on.
Pick'em for the love of the game.
Way to waste Joe Burrow. How the fuck are the Seahawks the 3 seed, man? How does that
Woo!
even happen, bro?
Because we're the third best team in the NFC.
What a joke of a conference, man. God damn it. But in all seriousness, no, for the college one, I'm honestly kind of surprised, but that's cool.
I'm
I
on
had
my
to
way
bring up the
back.
Bengals, man. I had to
Dude,
bring
I've
up the
told you I like
Bengals.
the Bengals, man, but come on. Y'all are making it easy. It's too easy to laugh.
Zach Taylor gets fired. Anyways, sorry. Oh man, that was rough. That had a little you ever get that little maybe there's like a sound or a thing that like you start to feel your temple kind of like the vein in
Yeah.
your temple kind of pop out. Anytime anyone brings up the Bengals in 2024, that's me. All right, there, but let's
It's
talk
your
about
sleeper agent trigger word.
the sleeper agent trigger word. Wasting Joe Burrow. That's my sleeper agent
Your
sleeper
your your
agent
ears
trigger
start
word.
ringing.
Yeah, and I just go into violent rage. It's just funny because I'm the one who says it most of the time. That brings up an interesting point. What if a Russian sleeper agent accidentally said their own trigger word?
That would be
I
interesting.
guess we'll never know. It's like hi. Shit.
Damn it.
Well, holds out a gun.
Well, it's almost
Anyways,
like, like how like some police dogs are like, German shepherds are like trained with like German
mhm,
words. Like, what if
mhm.
it's like some German immigrants come in and they like say their trigger words and someone gets mauled?
Oh yeah. Hey, actually, it's funny actually, and this a brief teacher story here. So, I'm on Thanksgiving break this week, obviously.
Oh, you got the
Shout
whole
out
week
Thanksgiving
off?
break. Oh, and I love it. But
Nice.
anyways, last Friday was career day at our school, which meant I didn't have to teach a lesson or anything.
They're in
Uh,
sixth
we,
grade. Why do they gotta care about that?
hey man, I'm not gonna complain on
They should
teach a
be caring
lesson.
about the Roman Empire.
I don't have to teach a lesson. That's what I care about. So we have a canine demonstration out in the courtyard that we're helping out with. Police dog, literally, exactly what we were just talking about. And they're going over, they're talking about trigger words and all that stuff. Just like again, like we were just talking about. I think it was a Dutch Malamute. I don't even remember. It wasn't a German Shepherd though. It was a Malamute of some sort. But they were just talking about it, basically the different dogs that they can train to be canine dogs. Um, and they said something quite interesting to me. And they said theoretically they could train any dog. You can train any dog to be one of those canine patrol dogs, but some don't make sense. So I asked him, "Hey, could you train my Yorkie to be a canine dog?" And they said, "Realistically, we could, but also realistically, why would we do that? So that was funny. And then I got
I
my
don't know about that because like there are some dog breeds that are really hard to train. Like there's a reason Dubs only runs out on the field.
That's true. And again, these they have to be like into it. And there's certain breeds that are easier to train than others. But that just got my mind racing with
Yeah,
the thought of a little Yorkie
that's
being a little
interesting.
canine patrol dog, and I thought that'd be sick. If I was doing a crime, which I'd never do, don't come after me.
Clip it.
Um, and I saw a Yorkie chasing me down, I would stop doing the crime, and I would just sit
Yeah, you
down.
want to
And
just punt it.
I would never punt a Yorkie. You kidding me? I'm a dog lover. The dogs. Actually,
Nice.
every team. The my high school's dogs and my
That's
college was the
cool.
dogs. So I'm a dog.
I should have
Except
gone
now,
to
I guess I'm a cat.
Temple, or no, not Temple. Rutgers or UCF. What is your high school mascot, Daniel?
Thor.
Boar.
So we were
Or?
the Discovery Canyon Thunder.
Okay, the Thunder. Okay, that makes
So Thor
sense.
was our
So
mascot.
Thor being the
I
mascot
heard
makes sense.
boar, like a pig.
I heard or like the thing that you row a boat with.
That's cool. That's cool.
That actually is pretty sick. That's
Thor.
sick,
No, it was
actually.
pretty
There's
cool.
a high school in Montana called Hell High School. Look it up. Look it up
That
real
sounds
quick.
actually, yeah, I want to look this up. Dude, that actually sounds kind of fitting though, low
It's
key.
real.
Hell
Hell High School. I believe it. I think,
I think
yeah.
they're the demons.
Oh, there's one in Michigan too.
Yeah, I saw
Hell.
that.
Oh, there's also a movie.
Look at Hell High School, Montana.
Isn't it just Hellgate?
Oh, there's Hellgate. Here we go. There's Hellgate in Missoula. Where are they're the Knights. Oh, they're the same scarlet and gold. Look at
Oh
that.
wow,
Newport.
that was literally our colors. It was scarlet.
Yeah. The Folsom Bulldogs. Bulldogs, Huskies. And now I'm a Wildcat, so I went in the other direction, I guess,
Hey
but that's
boys,
okay.
can we also shout out the San Jose Sharks for absolutely blowing the doors off the LA Kings yesterday?
Hell yeah, Daniel, you're back in my good graces after that Bengals comment earlier. That's all you need to say.
Fuck the LA Kings, man. So good to see you.
Hell yeah. Macklin Celebrini, 3 points. Fuck yeah. We love that.
Will Smith got 2 points.
Man, and you know what? That's going to be the dynamic duo that
It
leads
is.
us into the promised land eventually.
Former Kraken Alex Wenberg with a goal.
Hell, even Eklund's been doing some stuff recently too. I've been seeing.
Wondering if Vlasic's still there.
Probably. He's never gonna leave.
I mean, I guess he wasn't in the lineup this game. Yo, you guys have Tyler Toffoli? Dude, he's good. That's a good
Bro,
shooter.
we're not even last in the Western Conference right now.
Oh, the Sharks they've been
We're
okay.
third. It
Bro, you
took
guys
us
are
like
ahead of Nashville.
Are the Kraken the worst?
no, the Blackhawks are the worst. The
I
Kraken
always
are only
forget
four
they're
game
the worst.
the Kraken are only 4 points ahead of the Sharks right now
Yeah,
though, so
it's
they're
not been
close.
good so far.
Yeah.
Honestly, the West is kind of tight. I
Yeah.
guess except for like
Except for the
Winnipeg.
Jets. The Jets are kind of taking off with it. Taking off. Um
Good one.
Nice.
something that we know will never say on an NFL pod.
Yep.
Jeez. There you go. This is the first time I've looked at the NHL standings in a while. All I know is it took the Sharks like 12 games to win their first game. And now they're not even last in the West. What the fuck, rest of the Western Conference? They're not even last in their division. They're tied with the Ducks right now.
Dude, honestly, it's kind of embarrassing for the Ducks because they were supposed to be further ahead in their rebuild
Yeah.
by about a year or two.
Now fuck the Ducks because it is hunting season,
It's
boys.
duck
Let's
hunting
get
week.
into
That's
the ball.
right.
Hey man, fuck
That's
the
it.
Oregon Ducks. The Anaheim Ducks, we don't really care about, honestly.
I
Fuck all
actually
Ducks this week.
just because they're another California team. I root against the California teams other than the Sharks. But you're right, boys. It's time. We've arrived to rivalry week, one of the great weeks in college football. You know what? This is a really fun stretch, 2 week stretch, in my opinion. Probably the most fun 2 week stretch in all college football outside of the playoff. Although now the playoff is 4 weeks, so that doesn't really apply anymore. But you know what I mean,
Honestly, until last year, the playoffs, or until the last few years, the playoffs have been so boring. We've actually
right?
had some upsets now.
Right. And the current format invites a lot more upsets, which will be good too.
Does it? Oh, I'm not sure.
I think so, for the sole reason that quantity breeds upsets. If you only have 2 games before the national championship, it's very easy to say, oh, the favorite
Here's
could
my
win.
point. I think usually there's a pretty big gap between the top 4 teams and the top 12 teams. And because of that, maybe that could lead to less upsets because there's bigger skill gaps. That's just that's I'm not sure what's going to come from it. I think we need some evidence because I mean, there's been plenty of big upsets in March Madness. Different kind of game, but I think those are just the two arguments you can make.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And I respect that reasoning. My counterpoint to that, though, will be the top 4 teams aren't going to be the top 4 seeds
That's my
because,
point exactly. Wait, okay, never mind, never mind.
well, okay, yeah. So what I'm saying is, Oregon is the number 1 team in the country right now. If they beat Washington on Saturday, they will go into the Big Ten championship, the number 1 team in the country. If they lose though, theoretically they could be number 2 in the rankings, but they'd be 5 on the seeding because they don't have the championship. Therefore, yes, in the first round, they'll probably be able to run it up against whoever they play, theoretically. But then they have to go and play someone who got a first round bye. And that would probably be Boise State or Arizona State or whoever wins the Big 12. I don't really know. So does it really matter? Maybe Oregon wasn't the best example to use in this case. All I'm saying is the fact that you have to win your conference championship to get a
That's
first
that's
round
a fair
bye
point.
makes it interesting. It's also going to make those for the first 4 games very fun. That first weekend, it's going to be very, very fun. Um, but anyways, but what I was saying though, these 2 weeks, rivalry week and conference championships games, maybe the most fun 2 weeks on the college football year. Because rivalry week obviously just pure hate involved, and that's always makes these games fun, and a lot of weird stuff's gonna happen. Because of that.
On top of just a
And
weird season.
and then conference exactly. And then conference championship week, A, we find out who the conference champions are, and B, the college football playoff bracket finally comes into view, comes into a very clear picture. So that'll be fun. It'll be very exciting, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it unfolds. But before we do that, go over this past week of action too. Checking in on Pick'em. Rob won the week at 10 and
Woohoo.
10. Me and Daniel both 9 and 11,
Whoa,
so
whoa, whoa, whoa,
right
whoa, whoa.
behind him.
What's up with
Right behind him.
I got a red on one of mine that
What's up?
isn't red.
Where?
Ohio State.
Oh, wait, hold on. You're right. What the heck?
Fraud.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Never mind.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
wow. I'm getting
Yeah,
rigged out
jeez.
of this.
Oh,
Could have
man.
stayed that
Oh,
way.
man. Let's
Oh,
see.
oh,
One
I
less
caught another
loss.
one. I caught another
Where's
one.
that? Where's the other one?
UTEP, Tennessee. Daniel is getting credit for UTEP.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I did do that. Gee, okay,
One,
I was
two,
doing this
three,
on my
four,
Robert,
five,
phone.
six,
how
I
could
was
seven.
doing this
you?
on my phone. I
Oh
was doing this on
my
my phone.
God. It is
Robert,
tied.
Robert, what the
Massive
fuck?
fraud.
Robert, what the fuck?
What is going on here? You guys are trying to keep me down.
Robert, what the fuck? Robert, what the fuck?
I honestly didn't. Okay, and the reason that happened actually is because I had to do this all on my phone, and the Google Sheets app is
It's
much less
horrible.
intuitive than the
Horrible.
web browser version.
No, it's all good, man. Just funny to
So that's actually no,
consider.
that's actually good call outs there though. I honestly would have missed those otherwise. So you're right, never mind. I was over here congratulating Daniel on being in first place, and he was not. He was not.
Massive fraud. Frankly, we did win this pick'em.
I mean, you did win. But it's okay because guess what? We still have 51 bowl games that we will eventually have to be picking.
Yep.
Jeez.
That's gonna be chaos. And we also have next week too. Um, but we'll worry about that when we get to it. We still, what I'm saying though, you may think you are safe. Well, why would you think you're safe? A, you're tied, and I'm only 2 games back from being in front of both of y'all. And B, I don't know what the point
Oh,
is.
you
Oh
know
yeah, we still got a shit ton of
I'm going
games
through
left.
all the pick'ems after the episode.
I swear that I think that was the only one where I screwed up. But
No,
if you want
I
to,
trust you. I trust you.
if you want to be my guest, but I'm pretty
Ah,
sure
that's
it's
too boring for me.
yeah, fair enough. It'd probably be too boring for me too. That's why I'm not gonna do it either. But anyways, talking about last week, let's go through these games quickly because I have a feeling we're gonna want to spend more time talking about this upcoming slate.
Oh yeah.
Um, and also we don't have to pick the NFL games tonight because we'll be doing that tomorrow
True.
on the NFL pod. So if it seems like I'm forgetting that at the end, I'm not forgetting it. I'm just slacking till tomorrow. Anyways,
NC State Georgia Tech was really fun.
yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. Georgia Tech bowl eligible now?
Yep, they're 7-4.
Oh, never mind. They already were done. Yeah, never mind. I think we talked about that already. Yeah, they already were last week. Good for them. NC State needs to beat UNC, who no longer has Mac Brown,
Did he
to get
officially
to
get
their own
fired?
bowl eligibility. I think so. Yeah, I actually don't know
I
if
saw
they
expected to be.
I don't know. Actually, that's a good point. I thought I saw that they fired him.
I'm not sure on that. I saw was expected.
Let's see. Let's see. Good old Twitter machine. Okay, never mind. So he hasn't been fired yet. Well, okay, yeah, so he hasn't been fired yet. So he will coach the season finale on Saturday. Um, but the school, like the board at UNC announced they will not be bringing him back next
Mm,
year, no matter what. But they have not yet decided on if he will be coaching the bowl game if they make one. So there you go. San Jose State giving teams scares. Second week in a row they've played a
that
supposed
game was
Mountain
played
West
in a
power tight.
freaking downpour.
Hmm. Yep. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Shout out the shout out the Bay Area.
Shout
I'm
out
gonna say
the UNLV punter. Had a snap go way over his head and was able to kick it out for safety.
yes, San Jose State. Yeah, San Jose's the Bay Area. I don't know. San Jose, I just think it's Silicon Valley more so,
Mm-hmm.
which I know those two areas are basically, I mean, they're the same, but they're a little different. I
You're
don't know.
the expert on this.
Silicon Valley feels a little more inland to me, but they're generally in the same area.
When I think of Silicon Valley, I think of the Bay Area, but I'm an outsider.
That's fair. I mean, when I think of the Bay Area, I think can you access the Bay easily from
Okay.
there? San Francisco, yes. Oakland, yes. San
I
Jose,
think friend of the pod Nate
mostly.
Marcus would have some opinions on that because
And I would ultimately consider San Jose the Bay Area.
I
Yes, I
believe
would.
he's from San Jose.
Yeah. That is true. I believe he is. One-time podcast co-host, Nate
Friend of the
Marcus.
pod. Yeah.
I guess one time to make him a
He was a
guest.
guest. He was a guest.
Yeah, never mind. One time co-host. You mean a guest? Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Temple, ETSA, Purdue, Michigan. Yeah, I mean,
Both of
okay,
those teams suck. Friend of
they
the pod,
are.
Mike Valenti had a big rant about how much he hates Jonathan Smith.
Already, man. Took him less than a year.
It doesn't work in the Big Ten. He doesn't have the connections. Did I post the old Butch Jones about to get fired? I think I did the other day,
I think so, yeah. I
just for
think so. I think I
posterity.
saw that. Let's get into Saturday. So, started with Indiana, Ohio State. Indiana was hanging with them for the first half.
Same old story, man. I got
Did
that
not
wrong.
last. Did not last. Yeah, Ohio State
They did
ultimately
run it
took
up
care of
though,
business. They
which I
did.
mean they're allowed to do that.
Is Ohio State going to win the Natty?
I
I
think
would
so.
argue they're the favorites right now. I would call them the favorites right now. I
Yeah,
think Vegas has them as the favorites right now. We'll
I think they're
see.
gonna beat Oregon in the rematch.
Yeah. It really comes down to that game. Whoever wins that game is going to be the favorite to win it all.
I
And
wouldn't put this year. I wouldn't put money on anybody. This is one of the most up in the air years in a while.
yeah, the new playoff format will be interesting to see how
Not
it kind
only
of.
the new playoff format, but no elite teams this year.
Right. Right. I agree. I
Honestly,
agree.
Penn State is a team I think has a pretty good chance. You're gonna get to host the playoff game probably.
Oh yeah, absolutely they are. Yeah, I mean they're funny thing about Penn State. Funny thing about all these teams that like win this weekend and they're still not in a conference championship. So like Penn State, Notre Dame,
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Yeah, Tennessee. Um, Georgia. No, no, sorry, Georgia's in. Never mind. Forgot. Georgia's already clinched a spot in the SEC championship. Trying to think. Miami? No, Miami's winning in.
Miami's
Never
there.
mind. Penn State. Penn State's a
Actually, we're
good
not
example
sure.
of that.
Is it Miami's for sure in?
Miami.
I think
No,
SMU
Miami's
is
not
for
for sure
sure
in,
in.
but if they beat Syracuse, they're in. Yeah, SMU's for sure in. If Miami beats Syracuse, they're in.
Man, that's so funny. If
Let's
SMU
see.
wins the ACC in their first year, that would
Army,
be awesome.
Tulane, Big 12, Big 12's chaos right now.
Yeah.
Georgia, Texas, and Texas
Okay.
A&M. Miami, Clemson. It's so funny to look at like the bowl projections right now because Texas A&M's in a spot where if they beat Texas on Saturday, they could realistically beat Georgia in the SEC championship and then like have a first round behind the playoff. And if they lose, like they're projected to play like UW in the Vegas Bowl. I kind of love the new playoff for just for that. That's hilarious. Let's see. Yeah, Miami or Clemson's playing SMU, and then Penn State make it, but I think they need Indiana and Ohio State to lose. I think Ohio State's winning in, and they play Michigan. You don't think they want to win that one? Um, let's see. Speaking, yeah, you mentioned Penn State already. Penn State's playing Maryland this weekend. We'll talk about that game later. Notre Dame absolutely shellacked Army. Kicked them all the way out of the playoff rankings. With how bad they beat them. Only team to drop from the rankings, by the way, Army. Man, sad. Notre Dame's kind of on a heater right now. I'm not gonna lie. They're playing really good football, and they don't have to worry about a conference championship. So as long as they beat USC, yeah, USC. Um, they're in comfortably. Even if they lose, they're probably still in. They might need help at that point. Um, I know Rob, you're gonna want to talk about this one. Bama, Oklahoma. You got this one right, but it was more
Oklahoma.
because you always picked against Bama. I'll just say that.
Broken clock strong. Twice a day, baby.
Uh,
Uh Actually I think I've done pretty good on my Bama picks most of the year though. Other than the Mercer one. Man, Oklahoma took a belt to ass in this one. Because
Uh,
Oklahoma sucked this
their
year.
defense, their defense is what won them
Holy
this game.
cow.
They were
Holy
awesome.
cow. Completely stopped the quarterback run, forced some bad picks with some really creative stuff. Jalen Milrow trying to slide tackle on the pick six. Embarrassing. Getting to listen to some fun fine bomb calls. Just love it. Love it. Losing to a bad Oklahoma team and put up 3 points, lowest since like 20 years. First three loss team in since 2011. Yeah, love it. Love every second of it, man. They couldn't stop the running game of Oklahoma either. That was a horrible offense. So loved every second.
I agree. I agree. Even though I picked Oklahoma, or no, sorry, I picked Bama. So for the sake of the pick 'em, but in a spot like this, you don't care about pick 'em. You care about, well, you care about DeBoer, defraud, getting a little humble pie tossed in his face. He has now lost as many games in 13 weeks at Alabama as he lost in 2 years at Washington. So, how's that feel, Kalen? You think the Bama fans are happy with you right now? They are not. They are not. Um, Daniel's favorite team, the Miami Hurricanes, took care of business against Wake Forest.
I don't know. Y'all are
Nothing.
talking about Ohio State being a favorite, bro. I'm still on the Miami Hurricane train. I'm sorry. They're the best team. Cam Moore's the best quarterback. They're gonna win the Natty. Called it.
All righty, we'll see how that goes.
Why are you laughing at me, Dick?
I'm not. I mean, I'm just saying it's.
How
I
could
don't
y'all
know.
laugh at
I
such a
mean,
correct prediction?
they're probably not even going to be favored against SMU if they do beat Syracuse.
Fine. They'll prove you wrong then.
I hope they do. I don't want you to be wrong. I just think you will be.
Fair enough.
I'm a crystal ball
Uh,
hater.
yeah, that's true. Rob does want you to be wrong, though.
No, I
Wow.
don't want you to be wrong. I just want my crystal ball to lose.
I say once a guy's left Oregon, I don't have any hate left for him.
I don't
Once
know.
he's
With
gone,
how
he's gone.
negatively he recruited UW.
That's true. But then how he left Oregon.
That's fair. That's fair.
Um, let's see. Ole Miss, Florida. Man, Florida. We have to have a conversation. Florida should have week one. They would probably actually be pretty good right now if they'd start DJ Lagway the
Yeah.
whole
Well, I
way.
mean, but I mean, you can make that same argument with us and
Demond. Oh,
Demond.
absolutely, you
And
can.
here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, though. I do think month and a half for a freshman quarterback during the season of practices, I think it means
Hmm.
a lot. And I don't think they're the same quarterbacks if you start them, especially with that schedule. Oof.
Did no, yeah, they didn't start. Oh, I think Lagway was hurt in this game. That's why. That's why they didn't start him there. But they've
Well, they
quietly been
were
playing
starting
some
what's his
good
name?
ball.
They have been, man. Upset train.
Upset train, and they're going to beat Florida State by like 50. So,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Florida
dang,
State's got
shout.
they're gonna have a 2-win season, man. That's
Yeah,
bonkers.
right. And one of their wins is against freaking
Charleston Southern.
Charleston Southern. The other's against Cal. So there you go.
They could have got that
Um,
equipment manager. That was awesome.
yeah, I mean, yeah, no, Florida's turning around big time from earlier in the season. So
When they're
gotta
recruiting
give
well
them the
too. It's a
props.
lag way.
Oh yeah. Florida's gonna be fun next year, I will say. They're probably a little too behind the eight ball this year, but everyone said, I don't know. Do I believe in Billy Napier? I wouldn't say that, but Billy Napier can recruit. I gotta give him credit. He can do that. Lagway obviously helps with that when you got a bright young quarterback like that, bright
And we're
young
feeling
future
that same
quarterback.
we're feeling that same thing right now.
We are, we are. But yeah, Ole Miss fell here, eliminated from the SEC championship, and now on the outside looking in the playoff rankings at the moment. We'll see. We'll see. It's gonna be tight. Georgia took care of good business against UMass, clinched. Oh, actually, they didn't clinch because this was an SEC game, but Georgia has clinched because of results in other games. They spot in the SEC championship. They'll be playing the winner of Texas A&M this weekend. Um, Tennessee destroys UTEP. Not not much to go off of there. Um, Tennessee will not be playing in the SEC championship, but if they beat Vanderbilt, they've pretty much all but clinched a spot in the playoff. So good for them there. Boise State has now played a couple tests in a row. Boise State, who was kind of running through their Mountain West schedule
Tough to
earlier in the
play in
year.
Laramie.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But they were running
Chancey
through
still
their
at 170.
yeah, right. They were literally running through their Mountain West schedule earlier in the year, and the past couple weeks it's been a little bit more of a test for them. So we'll see. We'll see. Big
That's what
Ten
happens when you have a
championship.
target.
Right, that's true. That is true.
SMU, fun to watch again, and they'll probably be able to keep
SMU's,
Rhett Lashley because he's in the ACC now. And they got the money to keep him if he wants to be there.
SMU's good football club. Good football club. Obviously, like we already talked about, it's already clinched their spot in the ACC championship.
Man, I was stoked for that.
Who who would have thunk back in September when SMU and BYU played that it was I think we joked about the game the Methodist versus Brigham Young. I remember us making jokes
Oh,
about that.
absolutely.
And it might have been the t best team in the ACC versus the best team in the Big 12. We didn't even know it at the time.
Didn't even appreciate it for what that was.
We did not appreciate it. Let's see. Speaking of BYU, maybe they're not the best team in the Big 12 because they fell to ASU. They fell to the Sun Devils, the Force.
That was a fun
Hey,
game.
Tempe continues to be a chaotic place to play, man. Yeah, ASU's playing really good ball right now. Who are their two losses to? Remember they lost to Texas Tech was one of them. Cincinnati maybe was the other. Yeah, at Cincinnati, at Texas Tech. Yeah. They if they beat Arizona on Saturday, they are in the Big 12 championship,
Good
which
on them.
crazy. They were projected to be 16th in the conference
Good
before the
on
season.
them, man.
Good on
There were
there.
so many crazy things
Shout out
happening.
Dilly, man. Dilly's a hell of a coach.
So many crazy things happened in that game. You had that halftime speech that got recorded, the field rushing, just
Hmm
the dynamics of Devils versus the Mormon school. That was a fun one.
hmm
Dilly almost blowing it with Dan Lanning Glock management.
Yeah, right. Um, yeah, it's gonna be that's fun, man. I like ASU going from 16 to potentially maybe, you know,
It'd be
depending on
pretty
how
sweet
things
if they
turn
win
out, the rankings, they could
if
have
they
a
win the
first round bye in the
territorial
playoff.
cup. If they win the territorial cup, what a I mean, Arizona's the team we thought ASU would be. Or yeah, and vice versa.
And vice versa, yeah. More so vice versa, because Arizona's not the worst team in the Big 12. But I think they're close.
I thought they'd improve that Arizona State would improve. I didn't think they were the worst team.
Yeah, they're a good football team.
Oh,
Meanwhile,
this
BYU
Auburn
keeps
A&M
sliding.
game.
Oh man, this is chaos.
That was
Quadruple
awesome.
OT, man.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Speed option, man, kills you. And that
Uh,
drop. Oh,
Auburn getting out to a 21 nothing lead and then blowing it, but then still finding a way to win in the end. Auburn got a lot of positive momentum getting into Bryant Denny next week.
please let it happen. Please
Oh,
let
it'd
them
be
go
so
on this
fun.
iron.
Oh man, my favorite future. And is it likely? Probably not. But a future where Washington beats Oregon and Auburn beats Bama. So Bama finishes 8-4, Washington finishes 7-5. One game difference when DeBoer left, quite frankly, a scorched earth roster in his wake.
I mean, I've said
And
this many times. Worse situation than the Marshall plane crash.
uh, so insane. Had to replace 49 players and 21 starters, sorry. Ridiculous stuff, honestly. If Fish beats Oregon, he's a legend, right?
Dude,
Automatically.
if Fish beats Oregon, we're gonna get some bomb ass recruits who see holy
Oh
shit,
yeah,
Damon's for real.
yeah.
There's
Oh
no
yeah.
way Damon's not starting. I know Jed didn't say it, but I'd be surprised if Phil starts.
I'm not counting on it. I want to say, kind of playing with house money at this point. We've clinched our bowl game. Playing with house money.
Oh,
Let's go Duck
we're
Hunting.
not beating Oregon.
Yeah,
It's not gonna happen.
but we got nothing to lose either.
Keep it close. Just don't let them run it up.
Um, Kansas coming
Oh, that
alive.
was a crazy one.
Kansas
Shador
get.
getting his
Oh
legs almost
yeah,
blown
got
out.
got
Then
got
he
the
shoved
legs
the
whipped out.
ref.
Absolute insanity.
Who's the rivalry week game? Is it called? Is it Utah?
No, the Big 12 is kind
Oh,
of
they
screwing
fucked it
up
up.
rivalry
That's right.
week.
Yeah, they screwed up
Yeah,
rivalry
not
week.
all of them are, but they're playing Oklahoma State,
Ugh.
which is random and lame.
What happened to Ollie Gordon, man?
Yeah. Need to get Nebraska back in the Big 12. And Nebraska Iowa is a good rivalry weekend game
It
too.
is.
You get, I don't know, Colorado Utah. Just leave Colorado Utah as the
Well, no, they fucked up all the
rivalry
rivalry
weekend game.
weeks. That's the thing this year.
That's true. Except the Big Ten and the SEC. Most of those are
No, no,
still.
no, no. The Big 12. Like,
Oh yeah, the Big 12. They other than Arizona ASU, which if they'd screwed that up, it would have been a total embarrassment, total sham. Yeah, all the rivalry weeks are kind of fucked up. Like Houston, BYU, Iowa State, Kansas State.
actually, that's Farmageddon. That's a decent rivalry.
Oh, is that Farmageddon? Okay, sorry, never mind. That one's decent. That one,
It's not
I
their
don't know what I'm
top
talking
rivals
about.
each, but it's still a good second rivalry.
The ACC is also kind of fucked up. Like, why is Cal and SMU playing? Miami, Syracuse.
I know. Why? Yeah.
I guess they
It,
don't have a lot to work with.
sure, Stanford and Cal should be playing this week.
Stanford and Cal never play on rivalry weekend, though. That's a problem. They always play the week before.
That's true. That one's
It's
always
same
perplexed
with
me.
UCLA and USC.
Those ones have always perplexed me.
Yeah. The California schools think they're too good for rivalry weekend. Um, let's see.
Clemson, Citadel.
Yeah, I mean we can skip over these
South
two.
Carolina, sneaky team. They might sneak their way into the CFB.
They'll be close. They're at 15 in the most recent ranking, I want to say. Where do I got them? South Carolina. Yeah, 15. Yeah, they're right on the outside looking in at the moment,
If
but
they beat
they
Clemson,
if they
things
beat
could get
Clemson, they
interesting.
probably will be in. They probably
Things
will
could
be
get
in.
interesting.
Clemson is the first team out at the moment.
But they could also say they could also get Bama in by saying, "Oh, they beat South Carolina, who beat Clemson." Which I bet they'll try to do that.
Oh, they definitely will. That's why Auburn needs to beat Bama and put it to rest.
Yep,
Yeah, right now Clemson's the first team out, Bama's the second team out.
that's right. I always forget. I see 12, but then nope, it's top G5.
Yeah, right now I think ASU. Yeah, ASU would be an automatic qualifier.
Yeah, and
Or it
then
would be the automatic qualifier.
Boise State's already at 11. So yeah,
Yeah, it'd be fun. Boise State gets first round bye. Let's go.
there's
Uh,
scenarios, man.
there are. Let's see. Where were we at? Iowa State. Squeak by against Utah. Utah's put up a fight the past couple weeks, except against Colorado.
Rumors swirling about Witt retiring.
Won't surprise me.
No more Cam Rising,
Um,
so not interested.
yeah, Mizzou took care of business against Mississippi State.
Illinois Rutgers, that was
Illinois,
hilarious.
this is such a fun ending, man. I love this game.
That was so funny.
Going, Greg Schiano icing the kicker to lose the game.
Yep. Never ice.
Crazy,
Doesn't work.
crazy stuff. So that's all the ranked games. Other interesting games. Iowa, Maryland, I guess. Syracuse barely squeaking by against UConn. BC destroyed
I
UNC.
know that's definitely why Mac Brown's getting fired. TCU killed Arizona.
Oh, they did. Let's see.
Jacksonville State, let's
Michigan
go.
put 50 on Northwestern.
They did.
Nebraska got
They
bowl
did.
eligibility and stormed the field.
Nebraska bowl eligible and beat Wisconsin for the first time in fucking ever, too. Good for them.
The
Yeah,
game.
College radio at
Jacksonville State.
293.
Jacksonville State has clinched a spot in the Conference USA Championship. We could have a
Who's allowed?
Jacksonville State, Sam Houston State, big Conference USA Championship.
What a turnaround for Sam Houston.
No, good for them, man.
Stanford Cal.
Oh yeah, Stanford Cal. I've talked about this point. It was 21-3 Stanford at one point, and they allowed the comeback. Absolutely
Is it time to have a
ridiculous.
conversation about your boy Troy Taylor?
I don't want to, but I'm sure it's happening.
I'd give him one
Uh,
more year.
Probably. He just doesn't have the talent to work with. He does not have the talent to work with. Which part of that is he hasn't recruited it, but that's also part of it is that Stanford can't really use the transfer portal.
Yep.
So it's
Transfer
tough.
portal.
It's
They only
tough in this
lose people
era.
in the portal.
Yeah.
Tech.
Texas Tech, Oklahoma State. Look at that
This is the
score.
Big 12 I know.
This is the Big 12. This is my father's Big 12. Or it's like
Screw you, Matt Campbell.
the
Fuck
meme
you,
from
Matt
Avengers.
Campbell.
This is Big
Your
12.
home.
Wait, what's that?
The your home meme.
Oh
That just
no, it
changed
was
again.
from I don't even remember which one it was, but it was like this is the Big 12. It's what it's supposed to be.
I miss Matt Campbell and his D coordinator. Oh, I think it's Drew Peacock or something. Screwed everything up in the Big 12.
Drew
That's a bad.
Peacock?
That's it's something
There's
Peacock.
no way that's his real name.
I look it up for me.
Matt Campbell's DC, Iowa State
Drew
defense
Peacock
court.
is a really bad name, and I just realized that.
That's a joke name. That is literally that's
That's a
like
joke.
bend over.
John
John
Heacock.
Heacock.
I was kind of right. I was kind of right. That was bad.
Heacock is like one of those names you'll see in a joke book right
I
next to
screw.
bend
On
That
over.
was
Peacock.
totally unintentional.
It's the true Peacock. I'm sorry, that's funny. That clip that. Clip that.
So he was the guy that made that three high Big 12 structure really popular. Did a lot of tight front stuff. That's what made the Big 12 scoring go way down and be a lot more like that K State kind of offense and a lot more ground pound. And it ruined the Big 12.
Drew Peacocks tend to ruin a lot of things.
God damn it.
That's gonna be a short. That's gonna be a short right there.
I deserve
Um
it. Louisville
uh
whooped Pitt. Pitt's lost 4 in a row.
yeah, Pitt's fallen off completely. Pitt's fallen off the face of the earth. They
Cougs
played
couged
Clemson
it.
pretty tight though, so
They always do. Cougs couged it in the
the
Pac-10
Pac-12
championship.
championship.
So
Yeah,
funny because that Oregon State didn't score anything against Air Force and put up 41 against Wazoo, man.
Wazoo's such a weird team this year, man. They went from rank to scrub to rank to scrub. Won
That
the
happens a
Apple Cup,
lot
but
with
lost this
Wazoo, though,
game.
man. What
Yeah.
always hurts Wazoo is late season. They just are hurt by depth. They don't have the depth.
That's fair. I feel like, yeah, we kind of saw that this year too, huh?
That's why couging it happens. That's why.
There you go.
Dang, they don't have
Wow.
I like
Baylor
that
T.
explanation.
Is Aranda saving his job?
If Baylor needs to win and get some help, but they're not eliminated for the Big 12 championship
How?
quite yet.
How?
Baylor could theoretically make the college football playoff. It's impossible. Likely no.
So it's the
Impossible.
top. It's the conference champions of the pack of the Power Four for sure.
No, so it would be it's just the top five top rated conference
So
championship.
they wouldn't make it.
So theoretically, no, they probably would not. They'd probably have Tulane, Boise State, whoever wins the ACC, SEC, and Big Ten at that point. So no,
Vandy had
probably not.
LSU on the ropes, man.
Unless Tulane loses a couple games
Yeah.
and Army. It's not over yet. No, it's over. Yeah,
Vandy had
there's
LSU on the ropes, man. Clark Lee might be
it
getting
did.
some looks.
LSU sucks, man. They've
Brian
fallen off
Kelly
so
fired.
hard.
Please let it happen.
Probably,
Couldn't
honestly.
happen to a decent
Probably
guy.
not, because his buyout's insane. But he should be.
That doesn't matter at all, especially in LSU.
You're not the one cashing that check, though.
Yeah, it's the oil people.
That's also true. Let's see who's left. K-State beat Cincy convincingly. USC beat UCLA to get to bowl eligible. How many games does UCLA need to win? Oh, no, UCLA got eliminated from a bowl game. So UCLA will not be going bowling. Actually,
Oh
no,
man,
they're
I wanted
academic.
that bad. They blew. They
They're
blew that one. They blew that one.
yeah, their APR is probably going to be high enough that they
Is it just
could
me or
get
has
in at
Kansas
minus
State
seven.
had the weirdest season ever?
They have. They
Oh
have. They're
yeah.
ranked again though.
Kansas State feels like they always get ranked for no reason.
I feel that, man.
Yeah.
I feel like every time we predicted them to win a game, for example, they just kind of blow it and they come back strong the next week. They'll show a little bit of consistency and they'll
What's
just get
another
blown out
team that
again.
always gets favorable rankings? I'm blanking here.
And then Fresno took care of business against Colorado State. Colorado State, this hurt they're not eliminated for the Mountain West Championship yet, but probably hurts their chances.
Yeah,
It's probably gonna be UNLV. So that was this
good.
past weekend. A lot of fun storylines, a lot of fun activity going on. And then also we had some games tonight. Akron beat Toledo. Kind of a surprise there.
Kent State lost
Buffalo beat
again.
Kent State to fall to 0-12. So that's rough.
Don James is turning over in his grave.
Buffalo 43-7?
Yeah. Kent
Dog,
State's
come
bad.
on.
Kent State's horrible this year.
The Buffalo Bulls.
However, Kent State women's golf won their 25th straight MAC championship today.
There you go. They got something to get excited about over in Kent, Ohio.
Said Canton.
I said Kent, Ohio.
I heard Canton.
Got a cold.
You're fired up,
Kent.
chat.
I don't know. I'm sorry. Oh yeah. Anyways, getting into this week's games. The first game that we're picking is a nice Thanksgiving Day matchup. There's no other football games going on Thanksgiving, right? Right? None
No
that
good
I know.
ones.
No good ones.
I feel
Yeah.
like Memphis Tulane is. I don't know if it's officially a rivalry, but those games have had big stakes over the last
Oh
10
yeah.
years, man.
Yeah. And this one's no different. Tulane's already clinched a spot in the AAC championship, but this could be for a playoff spot
Shout out to
potentially.
Tulane.
Tulane needs to keep
doing
winning.
well after Willie Fritz left.
Yeah. So Tulane, Rob, you won the week, as we now know.
I'm going to make Beau go first because he tried to rig me out of pick'em.
I like that. You know what? I respect it. So Tulane coming in again needs to keep winning, keep their conference champion or keep their playoff hopes alive. Memphis a quiet 9-2 themselves though, so they're
Early on,
not
they had a lot of
slouches.
hype, especially when they beat Florida State, and then everyone realized, oh shit, Florida State's really, really bad.
Tulane is absolutely running through teams right now.
I remember Memphis was a sneaky pick
wow.
For the CFB early on, like preseason.
I just want to kind of see how Memphis has been doing the past couple of weeks. Ooh, they're doing pretty well too. They just destroyed UAB.
Oh,
Played
UAB
a close game
sucks.
with Rice. They played a really close game with Rice though. Lost to a bad UTSA team.
Rice hired a option coach from the FCS,
South Florida.
which honestly Rice should be an option school.
Tulane's just got so much momentum going right now. I know Memphis is a good. I mean, they're 9-2, but looking at some of the teams they've lost to, and yeah, I just feel like Tulane's just they're gonna take care of business in
They
this
got a
one.
championship culture.
Yeah.
Tulane, please.
I'll be going for my low guys, the angry waves, baby. Fuck Troy Dannon.
Fuck Troy Damon. We stole him, so
Yeah, but
say that when we get to
honestly,
Nebraska.
I don't know. Just fuck him because he was supposedly he was an ass.
Fair enough. Let's see.
And he blew the DeBoer contract stuff,
And he did both war contract. Yeah,
but
you're right.
I don't think there was any keeping him though.
Yeah. Moving on to Friday slate. That's right. We got Friday games. We got four of them. Boise State hosting the Oregon State Beavers. Future Pac-12 opponents here. Boise State 19-point favorites at home. Daniel,
Give me Ashton Genties, boys.
Oh
I
yeah,
like it.
I'm going. Boise doesn't lose on the blue, my friends. Give me Boise
Yep,
State.
this one's gonna be pretty chalky. Don't think we're gonna have a
Is
lot of differences
other
there.
than Ohio State, is Boise State Oregon's best win?
Yeah,
Yikes!
yeah, it definitely
What a
is.
shit schedule.
Yeah, it definitely is. 'Cause they didn't have to play Indiana or Penn State
Or Iowa.
or Iowa. Yeah. No, they got it pretty easy. All right. Colorado, same time, is hosting the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Pokes are 16.5 point dogs on the road. Robert.
Man, I screwed this one up. For having to pick this one first.
Right.
It's a tough one to pick, man. 16.5, decent spread. I'm gonna see how Colorado's been winning lately. I feel like they have been smoking people too.
They've been playing pretty well so far. We'll say that, but
Yeah,
they had a little bit of a hiccup against Utah.
16.5 is just that's quite a lot, man. But they're playing at altitude. Pokes probably aren't used to it. I'm gonna go Colorado.
Important to note, the Pokes, who were ranked for a large portion of September, are now 3-8.
Oof.
They have lost eight in a row.
Wow.
Cowboys have lost eight in a row. And many of
Bubble.
them were blowouts. They played Texas Tech pretty tight. Played Baylor kind of tight. BYU they played very tight actually. That was that fun Friday night game. Um, and they played Utah tight that one time. Outside of that, they've been getting blown out a whole lot by pretty much all the good teams they've had to play, except again BYU. You could use that BYU game, however, as evidence that they're not phased by the altitude. Um, Short week. Give me, I guess they both have a short week, so that's not a good argument necessarily, but I am gonna agree with you. Give me Colorado on this one.
Yeah, give me the Buffs, boys.
8 games in a row is rough. Let's see here. We got Wisconsin, Minnesota. Got Miami, Bowling Green, Ball State, Ohio, Navy, Eastern Carolina. Obviously, Navy's big rivalry game is in a couple weeks. And then we get to the Egg Bowl in the afternoon. Fun one. Ole Miss,
How do you
Mississippi
like your eggs,
State,
boys?
scrambled.
Danny? How do you like your eggs, Daniel?
How do I like my eggs? Well, to actually answer the question, I like them scrambled. Good old scrambled eggs, salt and pepper.
You put butter in it.
I don't put butter in my eggs. I cook with olive oil.
Mm, mm.
Over easy, boys. Over easy.
It's pretty good.
This guy thinks he's all that. This is over
Dip a
easy
little
eggs.
toast in that yolk. Mm-mm-mm.
That actually does sound pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. What type
It's
of
the best.
toast do you eat? What's your bread choice?
White bread.
White bread. Gotta go sourdough, my friend.
I don't.
Sourdough's undefeated.
Yeah, I don't eat that much sourdough because my parents don't like it.
Ah, that's fair. That's fair. Hello, sourdough. Um, well, anyway, sorry. Ole Miss, Mississippi State. Um, Ole Miss is 26-point favorites at home. They are coming off a loss. Mississippi State sucks. With all that said, give me Mississippi State because the Egg Bowl is always fucking chaos.
Oh yeah. but it's not in Mississippi State, so no cowbells, folks.
That's true. No Cowboys this time. Cowbells this time around.
That's a bit of a tongue twister.
Yeah, I got to take Mississippi State here as well.
I'm going chalky here because after such a brutal loss that killed your playoff hopes, quarterback who probably is concussed, um, and 26 and a half points where Mississippi State, while they're bad, have been keeping it somewhat close a lot lately. So I'm going to go Mississippi State.
There you go. And then the final Friday game. Actually, wait, real fast. Liberty and Sam Houston playing for a spot in the Conference USA Championship. That'll be fun.
That'll be cool.
Utah State, Colorado State, future Pac-12 opponents there. Texas State, South Alabama,
If
Stanford
Stanford
plays.
loses to San Jose State,
Yeah,
Troy Taylor's gone.
yeah, probably. San Jose State's not bad either. It's a scary thing about that. They're 6-5. They're 6-5, but they've played a lot of teams close. Fresno State's kind of the aberration on
You
that.
know what would be fun? Head coach of Stanford,
Who's that?
Brennan Marion.
Marion. Yeah, that would be a lot of fun.
I think the Go-Go would work at Stanford.
We might. Anyways, sorry. So good old fashioned hate down south. Georgia taking on the Yellow Jackets, where they are 19.5 home favorites. Daniel.
Georgia Tech, Yellow Jackets, please.
Oh, all right. Oops. There we go.
They shall cover.
Cover. All righty. I like it.
I just
All
have
right.
no idea what to make of Georgia, man. They're a very confusing team. Um, Georgia Tech's also been quite weird. They have some good wins and some bad losses. I don't know what to make of them either. So I'm gonna go Georgia because I think they're gonna want to keep some momentum rolling.
I agree with you, Rob. I think the momentum argument's big. They also tend to take care of Georgia Tech relatively easy. And last time Georgia Tech played a team as talented as Georgia was when they played Notre Dame and got absolutely manhandled. So
What about
sorry.
when they played Miami and beat them?
Yeah, I know what I said.
Yeah. I was thinking right there.
So there you go. Nebraska, Iowa, and Utah, UCF to finish the night. What a classic Big 12 matchup. Utah, UCF.
Oh God, Utah having to travel to Orlando for a
Oh
conference game.
gosh.
What world are we living in?
Is Utah bowl eligible?
I don't think so.
4-7. Utah will not be going
Oh,
to a bowl. Oh, and there's seven losers of 7 in a row too.
that is a squeaker to end Witt's time. I I still can't believe Andy Ludwig is being allowed to take the job. I can't believe they didn't fire his ass into the sun.
And now the game. The game simply known as the game. Michigan, Ohio State. Perhaps the greatest rivalry in American sports. It's up there. Ohio State trying to vend 3 straight losses to the team up north. Michigan trying to prove and trying to put, a slightly positive note on their downer of a season. And take care of business and end Ohio State's Big Ten championship hopes. I was going to say national championship hopes. They probably won't do that, but Big Ten championship hopes. Ohio State in Columbus favored by 21 points. Ryan Day, can he prove he is not a fraud? Rob.
Um, I think Ohio State is going to absolutely run this one out of the house. At least 50 Buckeyes.
Damn.
I agree. I don't know about 50 as far as point total, but I think they absolutely demol. But 21 is a lot. 21 is a lot. You know what? Actually, I'm reversing course. 21's too much for me. I think Michigan
Wow.
covers.
What do
Boo.
you
I
mean?
think
Wow,
Michigan
bro.
covers.
I'm also going Michigan, man.
Well,
They're at
no,
least
no,
covering.
no.
This is a
It's not
huge
about
rivalry,
that.
man. They're
It's
at least
how
gonna cover that.
quickly on a dime Beau's opinions changed. There's like, yep, they're gonna totally blow them out. Oh wait, no, 21 points. You just said they were gonna blow them out.
I think they blow them out by 20.
That's fair.
I I think they can blow them out by 20.
Boo.
21's a lot in a game like this, man. It's a lot.
While you're not wrong, I think they're really out for blood.
Yeah. And I don't disagree. And you know what? Maybe I'll
Well,
win.
Michigan's bowl eligible.
Are they?
6-5.
Mm. Yeah, but you have to remember Michigan's also trying to they are 6-5, aren't they? Michigan's also trying to prove that they're trying to prove something to themselves too.
Okay, cool. Their head coach in DC and OC all still suck.
Yeah. 21 still too much for me. Um Tennessee Vandy next up here. Tennessee 10.5 point
That
favorites
is a funny
taking on
spread.
the Commodores. What's up?
You would have told me this spread at the start of the year, I would have laughed at you.
Yeah. Vanderbilt's still playing pretty good ball right now. Is Vanderbilt bell eligible? I hope they are. 6-5. Okay, they're chill. They're chill.
That Georgia State loss really hurt them.
Yeah,
Oh,
it did.
Alcorn State, that's an FCS team.
That's true. That's true. They'll probably still get in though. Usually they'll still let a 6-5 teams in, or 6-6
There's so many
with
bowl games that they should make it.
yeah, they'll be fine. Tennessee, meanwhile, needs to win this game to basically lock in a playoff spot. So I think they do comfortably. Tennessee.
Give me the Vanderbilt Commodores to cover.
Oop, that's Ann. Van. There we go.
I'm going balls here.
Here we go. Our first ranked versus ranked matchup of the week. We've got Clemson, South Carolina. Clemson, South Carolina, ironically, also being the location of where this game is being played.
Nice
Um,
one.
there's the segue. Didn't really make sense, but don't worry about it. South Carolina, two
I
and a
feel like
half
we haven't
point
had very
road.
many ranked versus ranked this year.
No, there has not been a lot actually. It's a shame.
Where's
You
game day
figured there'd
this
be
week?
more
Ann
with all
Arbor
the conference
or
realignment, but
Columbus?
anyways,
Is game day in
yeah, South.
Columbus?
What's up? Sorry.
Where's game day?
Game days at College Station, Texas A&M.
That's fair.
Um, South Carolina getting 2.5 points on their bus ride over to Clemson. Daniel, what way you leaning?
I would say Clemson boys. I think they come out with a win here.
Respect it. A little bit.
South Carolina's quietly been playing really good ball. I'm taking the Gamecocks, baby.
I keep hoping I can lone wolf one of these picks, but I'm actually going to agree with you, Rob, on this one. South Carolina, I think, is playing better ball than Clemson. Clemson's played some tight games recently, not last week against the Citadel, notwithstanding, obviously. Clemson's been playing them tight. South Carolina's a good football club. I think they come out. I think they'd win. I think they can win.
Ooh, total tangent, but Mike Kafka could be the OC for the Seahawks next year.
Oh, yeah? What's going to happen to Grub?
I don't want to move off of Grubb,
I'm gonna say, yeah, I haven't heard any rumors about
But-
Grub leaving.
I don't think his seat's cold.
Fair enough.
You really don't think? You think they could fire Ryan Grubb after this year?
I think there's a chance.
Dang.
I don't think his seat is warm, but it's not cold. It's lukewarm. There's
Interesting.
been some issues.
Hey, but if Seattle wins the division and they get the 3 seed, why would they fire their coaching staff?
Well, they'd fire Grubb.
Doesn't make any sense. Why should keep him, man? Imagine they go
I
9
think
and 8,
I
get
would
the
like
3
to give
seed.
him another year. I would like to give him another year.
9 and 8, get the 3 seed, and I have to root for y'all to probably beat the Packers. Yeah, if y'all get the Packers or Vikings, please beat them. Please,
We probably would get them.
please, 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 please beat them, bro.
If it's the Vikings, we probably beat them just because of how that matchup historically has gone. Packers, probably not. Although I feel like we
Um,
have the line to go up against a running game.
Maybe.
Line's been playing great. Linebacker Ernest Jones has been playing out his goddamn mind. He's been. I remember people were upset about trading a fourth for him. That is silly in hindsight. All right, Beau's getting into sleeper agent mode. Let's stop talking about the NFL.
yeah, I should pull out an AK or something. I don't know. I was just trying to think of a random Russian gun. Anyways, that's not very random. That's the first Russian gun most people think of. Um, Illinois, Northwestern. Illinois, 7.5 point
Give
favorites.
me the Illini in this one. Easy.
Fighting Illini. Yeah, I agree. Northwestern sucks. I'm sorry. Michigan put
Give
the key on
me,
y'all.
give me. Guys, ready for this? Give me the Fighting Illini.
I know. I knew you were gonna do it. I knew it was fake out. You're predictable. You're
Yeah.
predictable.
All right, man. I guess I gotta find a new trick then.
Yep. Yep. Your next trick should actually be picking the team that you don't think is gonna cover.
Oh yeah.
I have a trick right there.
You trick yourself. Hey
Beautiful.
man, if you'd done that last week, you'd be 12-8.
That's a great idea, boys. Dude, you're so right. You know what's
We
gonna
got
be funny?
12.
If I actually do that for the rest of this week, I'm probably gonna go winless. Because that's just my luck.
It's funny to think about that some weeks where it's like, shit, if I had the opposite brain, I would have done pretty well. That one week where we went, yeah, we all fucking shat the bed this week.
Oh god.
Imagine Rob picked against his intuition. He would have been 16-2.
Would have been a great week.
Like a Mercer, man. If it were for Mercer, I'd be in the league.
Dude, I know, right? Dude, they were even better. They played better than an NFL team did that week,
did.
bro.
They did.
And they still couldn't cover.
That's true.
All right, Maryland, Penn State.
Yeah, sorry, Maryland, Penn State. I'm up with this one. Penn State, 25-point home favorites. Man, Penn State in that state. They're so good in Happy Valley, man. 25 is a lot. Maryland actually not a bad club. They play teams pretty close for the most part. We also have to talk about some of these other early games. How's Maryland doing recently? 29-13.
Yeah, playing him so close.
Never mind. I lied. I was thinking about when they beat USC. Never mind. I was gonna be crazy and pick Maryland to cover, but nah, never mind. They suck. And Penn State's like a really tough environment to play in. So give me Penn State.
You know, boys, I actually think Maryland is total hot garbage, and I think Penn State will beat the spread.
Me too. They are just. Penn State's playing really good ball right now.
They are, man. They're
Especially
pretty
in
solid.
Happy Valley.
They're honestly,
Minnesota held them too, though. I will say that
Minnesota's not a
Minnesota
bad
played
team, though.
They're
honestly
not.
though,
They're
Penn
not.
State could be a dark horse for the Natty.
I agree.
I can see it. Drew Aller's
I
playing
think
at
they
really
got the
high
pieces
level right
for
now.
it in the trenches. If Drew Aller gets hot, hitting in the ball to Tyler Warren,
Mm-hmm.
things could get interesting.
The QB sneak with Tyler Warren's undefeated play, man.
Any play with Tyler Warren.
Yeah, that's true.
Colton Nicky dials it up for him, man.
Yeah. Notre Dame, SC. What is this? What's the game? What's
Here's
this?
one.
Victory
Andy
bell?
Colton Nicky will be the next head coach at Maryland.
Ooh. That's a good call out. That's a good call out.
Yeah.
Not Drew Peacock.
He's gonna be my pick for Royals.
There you go. There you go.
Oh man, that's funny.
Notre Dame SC. Hey, I don't have to pick a Notre Dame game. I get to pick the Notre Dame game last for once. Notre Dame going into LA Memorial Coliseum, 7.5 point favorites. Daniel.
I for one would actually like to pick Notre Dame.
The church in Paris.
Yes, the church in
All right.
Paris.
Go Hunchbacks, baby.
Notre Dame.
Go Hunchbacks. Isn't that funny? It's Notre Dame, but they're the Fighting Irish.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it
What
doesn't
the
make a
fuck
lot of
is that?
sense. I don't get it.
I
Maybe
would
because
prefer
Irish are
Fighting
Fighting
the Bull.
Catholic.
Italians. Fighting Italians, baby.
They
It
should be
should
the,
be the
they should
Fighting
be
Frenchmen.
they should be the
Oh.
Dynamites.
Give me Notre Dame. They're playing good
Anyone
ball.
get that? Anyone get that reference?
I did. I did.
There you
That's
go.
good.
Notre Dame. I'm also going Notre Dame. They're playing really good ball right now. USC's not really. So, also some of the games we forgot to talk about on the early Saturday slate. Louisville,
That could be
Kentucky.
fun.
It probably will be. Duke,
Kansas
Wake.
Baylor.
Kansas,
Interesting.
Baylor. Ooh, Kansas fighting for bowl eligibility. Baylor fighting for an
Interesting
outside shot again
implications
to the Big
there.
12 championship. Texas Tech also with an outside shot again to the Big 12 championship with a win.
Big 12 is fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, I know. UTSA Army.
A lot of
Army's already clinched a
mid-major
spot in the
early games
AAC.
today. God
Oh,
damn.
Eastern Michigan, Western Michigan, baby.
Yeah,
Ypsilanti
that's
versus
right.
Kalamazoo represent. Go Western, baby.
There you go.
Sister's alma mater.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. USF Rice. Pitt, BC.
Southern
Two
Miss.
teams going in the
Troy.
opposite direction right here.
Dude,
All right, where
we
am I
can take to the
back?
Troy game for $5.
That'd be
Let's
interesting.
go. We're going to Troy, Alabama. How's Troy doing? They were really good last year, but I know they lost a lot of guys to the
They
draft. Yeah,
lost
3 and
Tez
8.
Johnson to Oregon. Bo Nix's
And
brother.
they lost Tez Johnson to Oregon. Didn't
Did you
they?
hear
They
that
lost him
he's
last
Bo
year.
Nix's brother? Did you know that?
Yeah. Yeah. That's I can see the resemblance. So yeah.
They talk about that all the fucking time.
Yeah. Just because I know they're both from the same town in
Like
Alabama.
they actually adopted him, kind of blindside style.
Oh, did they literally? Oh, wow.
Yeah,
So it's not like a joke. Like they're
no, it's not a
literally, oh,
joke,
that's
but they
hilarious.
say it so much that it feels like one.
I thought it was a joke. I thought they were just happened to be from the same town. Tez Johnson from Pinson, Alabama. Okay, who's next up? Rob, you're next up. Oh, you're leading off Miami, Syracuse. Yeah, Miami, Syracuse. Miami, 11-point home or road favorites, trying to lock up a spot in the ACC championship game with a win.
Miami in this one. I got Miami, especially they're playing in a dome.
I agree. Yep. Give me the Canes.
You know what, boys? I do think Miami's going to win this game, but I actually think Syracuse covers.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell Cam Ward what you said.
How's that front predictability?
You're the only one who picked against Miami this week. That's shit. That's fucking crazy.
I still think they win the game, though.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And they probably will. One to pick that. I would not have projected that. Alrighty, Cal Smoo. Smoo is favored by 13.5 at home, taking on the Golden Bears. Yeah, give me this feels pretty easy, honestly. Cal's not good. They're not terrible. Don't get me wrong, they're bowl eligible, but I don't know, 13.5 feels pretty solid here against SMU. Or sorry, against Cal.
I'll also take SMU.
Robot.
SMU baby, go ponies.
There you go. The Iron Bowl. Auburn, Alabama. Auburn fighting for bowl eligibility. Alabama fighting for pride in an outside shot at a playoff berth. Alabama's 11.5-point home favorites against their hated rivals. Daniel,
I
you
think
get
this is going to be the same deal as the Hurricanes game. I think Bama wins, but Auburn covers for sure. These games are usually pretty close.
Robert.
You already know what I'm doing.
And I'm actually agreeing with you guys. I actually think I don't know if Auburn wins this game, but I just know how Kalen DeBoer did against Wazoo last year, a game that had no business being that close and could have easily lost at the end. They
That's what I'm
didn't
saying.
win.
That game to me screams like a 38-35 Bama win.
I don't think either
The
teams are getting close to that number.
Well, you get my point though. Just like very close.
Thinking like 2018 or something.
Maybe a little bit more. I don't know. We'll see.
Bama put up 3 points last week.
Bama's also, I don't know. Bama
Oklahoma's
has
got a
been
good defense
interesting
though.
because
Oklahoma's good for what you could say about their team. Oklahoma's got a good defense.
They still put up 3 points.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but
I feel like Bama
Um,
too is kind of interesting
and
because they've
and
had a lot of
Auburn's
good
quarterback is
offensive
Peyton
games.
Thorne. So
that is true. Peyton Thorne's bad.
Had a lot of good offensive games and just a few stinkers here and there. But I feel like both teams are going to show up. It's going
well,
to
I
be a close
think
one.
I think
Auburn's offense showed
Auburn's
up
gonna
against A&M.
I'm going to say
Auburn's
they just beat
completely gonna
A&M.
copy what. Oh, they had 4 overtimes to do it.
Yeah, but the
But
second two overtimes are
Robert,
2-point conversion offs, and they didn't get a touchdown the first one or the second one.
Still,
they
uh,
still beat A&M.
I think they're gonna copy exactly what Venables did to stop the QB run, and cap verticals, and Mero can't do anything. He cannot throw anywhere but deep. Hey, at least Mero is probably going to be there day 3.
Yeah. The Territorial Cup
Is he a?
down
You know who Jalen Milrow is?
Hendon Hooker.
No,
I thought you said
Joe
Hendon
Milton.
Hooker. Joe Milton. He's a little more, slightly more refined than Joe Milton.
That's fair.
Slightly. Joe Milton was a fucking wild card, man. But boy, could he sling that thing. I remember at the combine, he
Oh
was Uncle
man,
Rico throwing it over them there
he
mountains.
was throwing it over mountains.
Anyways, Territorial Cup between ASU and U of A down here in Tucson, where we will finally put U of A's season out of its misery. U of A, 8.5-point dogs at home against the Sun Devils, who with a win will be in the Big 12 title game.
Yeah, Arizona State's going to run this one out of town. Give me the Sun Devils.
I agree. Yeah, it's bad. Brent, I hope you get fired. Daniel.
Oh, okay. I got a tweet. You got to pull up, my
Both
friend.
picking Arizona State.
Yeah.
Well, don't leave me out. Give me the Sun Devils.
Daniel,
All right.
Bo, pull up your Twitter DMs. We
I
got to see
am,
this
I
one.
am, I am. I know something's coming up.
This is incredible.
Oh yeah, I saw this tweet earlier. Yeah, Kent State finishes the 2024 season at 0-12. Coach had a 1-11 sweatshirt made before the season, hoping to build on last year's record, but they fell short of that mark.
Dude,
They were the first.
why are they making a sweatshirt like that, bro? Come on.
That is Hugh Jackson stuff right there.
That's what
Oh
I'm saying,
yeah,
man.
nowhere to go. Between 2015 and 2017, former MAC rival UCF went from winless to a national championship, is now in a Power Four conference. Would
Yeah,
be a great
however,
path to
UCF
follow.
was good before that.
Yeah,
Kent State has never, in their history, except for a few years under Don James, been good. They were all right
yeah,
under Sean Lewis.
yeah, yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah. Um, let's see what's next up here. Oh, sorry, Mizzou, Arkansas. Am I leaving this one off? Yes, I am. Mizzou, Arkansas. Mizzou, 3-point favorites at home. As they take on the Razorbacks. This one's tough for me. 3 points basically. Pick them. I'm going to choose to chalk up Mizzou's recent success more so to their quality of opponent versus actually turning around or playing good football. Give me the Razorbacks.
Mr. Bo Gleason, give me the Razorbacks.
This is finally a spread I am comfortable taking Mizzou on.
Hey, Oregon, Washington. Daniel, you get to lead this one off. The
You know what, boys?
Washington
Fuck it.
Huskies try to extend their win streak.
Fuck it. Give me the Huskies.
Robot.
I want UW to win this one, but I don't think we're gonna. I think it's gonna be a tough night. So give me the Ducks, sadly.
19, even with the 19? All right, I think Washington covers, but for my heart and my brain both tell me Washington will be able to cover in this one, but I guess we'll see. Bless you.
Thank you, man.
Indiana, 10 Indiana taking on Purdue, the worst team in the Big Ten, and 29-point home favorite. Rob, you get to lead it off. A win by Indiana and Ohio State likely locks Indiana into a playoff berth.
How do the tiebreakers work for the conference? Wait, no, never mind, never mind. Well, if Oregon loses to UW, does that change things or no?
No, Oregon's locked into the
Okay,
Big Ten
okay.
championship.
Yeah, give me Indiana. This one. Purdue sucks.
I agree. Yeah, Indiana knows they only need to win one more. I think they take care of it.
They're gonna come out
Hoosiers
pissed.
too.
They're gonna come out pissed.
Yeah. Dan, you said Indiana too?
Yep.
All right, cool. Let's see. Texas A&M. A game 13 years in the making.
Oh baby.
One of the most bitter rivalries in college football that has not been played in 13 years because Texas A&M left for the SEC. But guess what? 13 years later, Texas followed, and now we're back. We're back on rivalry weekend. College game day will be there. It's gonna be exciting times. I also forgot we have to talk about more games in between here that I forgot about, but don't worry about that right now. Texas 5.5-point favorites at home. Or sorry, on the road. Give me the Aggies.
Hmm. Yeah, this was a tough one to pick. Yeah. Honestly, give me the Aggies too.
I'm gonna go Aggies. You know, Texas has been playing with their food. Aggies got a real dynamo back there.
Dang. I thought that one was definitely gonna be. I haven't been able to lone wolf a single pick yet. I thought I was gonna be a lone wolf in that
Chalky
one.
Beau Gleason.
I know. That's what they call me. That's what they call me. The other games, by the way, that I forgot to talk about here in the interim. Rutgers, Michigan State,
What a
Fresno
shitty way
State,
to end your
UCLA.
season. UCLA, Fresno State. Ugh.
Yeah. NC State, North Carolina. There you go. The last game of the Mac Brown era. FAU, Tulsa.
Hey,
Wyoming,
Wazoo's
Wazoo.
playing a UW in their last week of the season.
They are. They are. Old habits die hard, I suppose.
Florida State.
Oh yeah, Florida State. There you go. DJ Lagway gonna
Oklahoma
put up
LSU.
500. Oklahoma LSU, man. That
Oh,
tickets as
good
low as
news,
31
boys. Good
bucks.
news, boys.
What's that?
One last Hawaii test.
Oh, and that's a good one too. That's a good one. But it's on TV.
What?
unless unless you get Spectrum, which I don't.
Well, there may be other ways.
San Diego. It's not a Hawaii test, but San Diego State kicking off
I
at
get Air
7:30.
Force.
Hey, we got a ranked game that starts at 7:15. That's not bad.
The Coug Bowl.
It is the King Bowl. I didn't even think about that. Let's see. Okay, back here. So, Iowa State taking on Kansas State. Farmageddon, as they call it. Iowa State 2.5 point favorites with a win. They are in the Big 12 championship as well. They are in the same spot as ASU, win and in. Daniel, who you got?
Mm, you know what, boys? Kansas State has had the weirdest year in college football, and it would be fitting for them to win this game. Give me Kansas State.
I'm gonna go K State too.
Iowa State, they're winning in. Kansas State's win and get help and in. I think that Iowa State will pull it
Big 12 is
off.
gonna be so fun to watch, man.
Yeah. Nevada, UNLV. UNLV, 17.5 home favorites. Actually, make sure I didn't forget any. Nope. Yep, this next one. UNLV, 17.5 home favorites, taking on the Wolfpack.
On first.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, see you all. This is you, Rob.
Go Rebs, baby. UNLV being Rebels is an interesting one, man. I just don't get it.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense when you really think about it. Should have been the Gamblers.
Yeah, that probably never would have flown. What would
No,
have been
I
a good
would not
one
have.
for him?
Nevada, how are they doing? They
What's a
played
good
Boise State
rename?
really close a couple weeks ago, actually.
They have a cool retro mascot though. That guy with the big mustache looks like Doug Dimmadome. What would be a good name for him though? The Mobsters.
They beat Oregon State. Pac-12 champion Oregon State.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
let's
are
see
not good
something real
this year.
fast. I know, but I want to see something. I want to confirm something real fast. Oregon State. Ooh, Oregon State's not beating Boise. Is Oregon State going to be the first ever conference champion to not be bowl eligible?
Oh man, that would be awesome.
Um, I'm also going UNLV. Nevada sucks.
I feel like Miners would have been a good one for them too.
Miners would have been good, yeah, because
Silver,
silver. Yep.
Silver Miners. That would be a like Silver Diggers
The Diggers, UNLV Diggers.
because that's you got a Colorado School of Miner, the Ore Diggers.
Oh, sure. Didn't think about that. That's a good call out. Daniel.
Yeah, UNLV for me, please.
Las Vegas, UNLV Dice.
Oh, yeah. Didn't even think. Reno versus Las Vegas, two biggest cities in Nevada, on head to head. And lastly, Houston
See,
BYU,
this is a
the
good
Cook
rivalry
Bowl.
game because Houston is literally hell on earth against the Mormon school.
It's the Mormon school. Oh, also Virginia Tech's in there. Air Force, San
When's the
Diego
last
State.
time either of those teams were good?
Two locations that cannot be any more different. New Mexico and Hawaii also playing. I guess they're both warm. That's the only similarity.
Dry heat versus wet heat, though. So,
That's very true. Um,
well, I mean, you know who Hawaii should be playing
Boise.
this week? No,
Yeah.
you should know who their natural rivals are.
Hawaii. Natural rival.
They're longtime rivals, not natural, I guess, but they've been,
I
especially in the
actually,
2000s.
I actually don't
What
know.
what team in the 2000s was also really good? It was probably whack. And it wasn't Boise.
Fresno State?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, they're big time rivals, man.
Huh, I actually didn't know that.
There's some
There you
awesome
go.
games from the 2000s, like Colt Brennan, David Carr.
Mm, it's a good point. Cole Brennan. Shout out Cole Brennan, man.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Anyways, so the Coug Bowl, Houston, BYU. BYU 13.5 point favorites at home. Normally, I'd say that's too much, especially with how BYU's playing recently, but Houston is probably one of the few teams that they probably would cover that against. So the the Cougars to win.
Man, sucks that Hawaii's probably never going to get good ever again. They have a good homegrown group of players, but they don't have the money to keep them.
Yeah.
I
Daniel.
mean, Hawaii's good. That's fun.
It's
You know what, boys? Give me Houston to cover.
all righty.
Give me BYU.
BYU. There we go. And that's it. Wait, is there a game? Oh yeah, we already talked about those two games. That's it for the
Last full week.
Yeah,
Fucking flew by, man.
it did.
almost
It was
there.
like
It
just
felt like
yesterday, we were picking Florida State and Georgia Tech and thinking Florida State was going to be something this year.
We're not far
I got that
removed.
one right.
You did.
Did.
Rob knew what was coming. He knew
did.
that DJU wasn't the guy.
I did know. I did call that. Like DJU's dad was like talk about go to Oregon is the right choice for Hawaiian quarterbacks. Hashtag Big Dave's blueprint. It's like, oh my god, you are LeVar Ball.
Yeah, he is literally LeVar Ball. Only at least LeVar Ball had
And it's
two
like,
sons
don't
that were
listen to this
good.
guy about quarterbacks. His son sucks.
Yeah. He knows nothing about quarterbacks. He does know something about defensive linemen, though. I'll give him that.
Yeah,
They
DJU
look
should have
good.
been a defensive lineman.
Yeah, right. All right, boys. Well, that is it for the last regular season
Man,
episode, college football
dude.
episode of the West Coast Draft Podcast. Next time we talk college, we'll talking about conference championship weeks, and then we got some bowls to cover. Look at all
UW's just
these.
gonna pull a surprise and make it to the CFB, baby.
That one seems unlikely, but who knows, right? Um, Closing
Hey, if
thoughts,
we if
Mr.
we
Daniel.
smoke
Yes,
Oregon,
sir.
maybe you gotta go eye test.
I tested 7-5. Yikes. Closing thoughts.
Sadly, it sounds very likely it's Sun Bowl. Just like, ugh.
Yeah. I heard Vegas Bowl from someone
I'd go
else.
to Vegas. I'd go to Vegas. I'd go to Vegas. I'd go to Vegas. I'd go to LA. I'd go to Holiday.
Yeah, all those nice West Coast trips. Sorry. Closing thoughts, Mr. Daniel.
Future New England Patriots. Thank you.
Wrong episode. Fired. Mute him.
Sleeper agent keyword has been triggered.
That's gonna feel nice when you lose in the divisional round.
Man, that team is going to the Super Bowl. They're going to win it.
Probably are.
They're going to establish themselves as the next great
How
dynasty.
sad would you be if you lose to the Packers in like the divisional round?
I would hate everything for a day, man. I would absolutely hate everything. And I would be like, of course, the fucking Packers. Dude, that team, if the end times happen, bro, they would be the last thing standing. That fucking franchise would survive the worst storms, the worst whatever you call it, right? Because it's the Green Bay Packers, and they're just that lucky. They have never seen pain. They don't know pain.
You think you're like Bane when Aaron Rodgers left, you're like, you simply embrace the darkness. I was bored
Yeah,
by
and
it.
Packers fans were complaining because they embraced the darkness for like 6 games,
Yeah.
and they still finished 9-8 last year. Spoiled fucking fans.
Lucky. If
Spoiled fans.
I am president, I will make a bill. I will pass a law that forces the Packers to have 5 years with bad quarterbacks.
That and force them to sell to an owner. They have to have an actual ownership group. They can't be a nonprofit.
Here's
Give
something
them a shitty
that
owner so they suffer with the rest of us.
in the mock governments that I did online during COVID, an idea I always like the bill I always passed was the what I called the Lombardi Day Act, and that would make the day after the Super Bowl a federal holiday called Lombardi Day.
I like
Monday
it.
after the Super Bowl. However, if you just make it 18 weeks or add a second buy. You got President's Day right there for you. It's right there for the taking.
That's true.
I give up the franchise tag for an 18th game. Get it done.
Yeah. Is that your closing thought, Mr. Rob?
No. If one of
Okay, go
us
ahead.
if one of us beats the Ducks, all of us beat the Ducks.
Yeah.
All of us click, all of us click. Want to subscribe? All of us subscribe. Thanks for watching.